In this lesson, we are going to continue looking at the writing of the different types of essays. So the first one that we're starting with is the argumentative essay. Ons begin met ander woorde met die argumenterende opstel. And this is argumentative. It's very important that you understand the different formats so that you know which format to use when you are writing these in your exam. So wat is 'n argumenterende opstel? Die skrywer het 'n opinie oor 'n saak wat oorgedra word. En jou mening moet regdeur duidelik wees. In other words, you have a very specific opinion about a certain issue, and this opinion of yours, mening is just another word for opinie, and throughout your essay, this opinion has to be very clear. Right, dit is subjectief, it's a subjective essay. Jy probeer die leser oortuig. You are trying to convince the reader of your standpoint, of your opinion. Dit is eensydig, it is one-sided, so you are only giving your point of view on this specific issue. En in jou slot het jy 'n duidelike gevolgtrekking. In your ending, you have a very clear conclusion. Right, based obviously on the facts that you have been stating throughout your essay. So when you write this essay, you are going to give your arguments for or against a specific issue, right? Vir of teen. Jy gaan gevoelstaal gebruik, emosioneel, maar nie kras nie. So without using crude language, you are going to be emotional, because remember, it's your point of view. Jy gaan skryf in die teenwoordige tyd, en gebruik terme soos dit bewys dat, this proves that, daarom, therefore, en omdat, because. Reg. Voorbeeldonderwerpe, some example topics for an argumentative essay is, for example, tieners is nie werklik opstandig nie, hulle word gewoonlik net verkeerd verstaan. So this means teenagers are not really opstandig, they are not rebellious, they are usually just misunderstood. Right. Another example of a topic for an argumentative essay is jong mense word baie dikwels meer deur hulle vriende beïnvloed as deur hulle ouers. Young people are very often more influenced by their friends than they are by their parents. And then one of the famous ones, selfone is taboe in die klaskamer. Cell phones are taboo, not allowed in the classroom. Reg. Now very close to this one is die bespiegelende opstel. Now a bespiegelende opstel is a reflective essay. This is where you are reflecting about something in your essay. So ons noem dit ook reflektief. Die skrywer se sienings word weergegee. So once again, it is your point of view. So in this case, you are not arguing for or against, but you are giving your point of view. Once again, it's personal and subjective. In the case of a reflective essay, a conclusion is not necessary. So jy gaan nie 'n gevolgtrekking gee nie. Dit is dikwels beskrywend, mostly descriptive, en 'n situasie word oordink. Met ander woorde, you are basically thinking about something and describing the circumstances. And that is why it's not necessary to reach a conclusion, because you are not arguing a point. Some examples here for topics vir 'n bespiegelende opstel. Vandag is ek baie wyser as voorheen. Today I am a lot wiser than before. Die uitdagings van vandag se lewe. The challenges in today's life. Die vreugde om ander te help. The joy we find in helping others. Reg. So the third kind of essay that is very close is 'n beredeneerde opstel. And in this essay, some kind of reasoning is taking place. So let's have a look at 'n beredeneerde opstel. Hierdie een is objektief. So where the other two were both subjective, this one is objective. Jy stel jou probleem in die inleidingsparagraaf. So you state the problem in your introductory paragraph, en dan gee jy 'n gebalanseerde siening van albei kante van 'n argument. So you give a balanced view of both sides of an argument. Beide kante moet beredeneer word. So you are reasoning about both sides of a matter. Jy begin met algemeen en dan beweeg jy na meer spesifiek. So you start off generally speaking, and then you move to using more specific examples. Jy kan 'n gevolgtrekking bereik in jou slot, so you can reach a conclusion in your ending, nadat beide kante van die saak gestel is. So make sure that you discuss both sides of the matter. En hierdie gevolgtrekking van jou is 'n opsomming of 'n aanbeveling. This is then a summary of what you have said in the course of your essay, or it is a recommendation that you make based on the facts of both sides of this argument. Examples for 'n beredeneerde opstel. Orgaanskenking kan 'n ander se lewe red. Organ donation can save another person's life. So can you see where you might have your own opinion about this, but in a case like this one, you're going to discuss the pros and the cons and then make a recommendation. Verandering is nie altyd goed nie. Change is not always a good thing. So once again, you're going to discuss both sides of the coin. 'n tatoeëermerk, ja of nee? 'n tattoo, yes or no? Once again, without giving your own opinion, you are objectively discussing both sides of the matter and making a recommendation or coming to a conclusion in your ending. You can refer to the Mind the Gap study gids on the website of the Department of Basic Education for further references for formats on your writing. I wish you all the best.